What's up, traders? Last week we had a consolidation price movement, but this week we are expected to stick to our trading plan and follow the flow of the market. So if you are new to this channel, like this video and subscribe to my channel. So let's get started with the Forex analysis.
GBPUSD on the weekly chart close on resistance level. So long we have price on this resistance level, we still expect price to move to this next support level. Just that we have a uptrend inner structure for the GBPUSD. We have this lower low, higher low, higher low, higher low. So long we have this inner structure uptrend, we still expect the pounds USD to retest this zone before we see further uptrend movement for the pounds USD. We expect price to retest this zone. Then we see our buying for the pounds USD. We expect price to move to this next resistance zone, resistance level on the weekly chart. So let's look at the daily chart of the pounds USD. On my daily chart, you can see we have a price consolidation for some weeks now. So long we have this price consolidation for some weeks now, we expect price to move lower, and price has break this level already. We expect what we expect on the pounds on the daily chart now. We expect pounds to move lower after the break. Now we expect pounds to move lower because so now we have this break. We expect retest, then we expect price to move to this next weekly support level before we see the uptrend movement for the pounds USD, because we see have a uptrend structure on the weekly chart, but we expect price to retrace to this level on the daily chart because of the price close on weekly resistance, where price must retest this weekly support for see further push for the British pounds USD. So let's look at our next pair, which is the dollar index. So on my weekly chart, the dollar index see have a inner structure of downtrend. Then we also break the major level because we have a higher high, a lower high, lower high, lower high. They also have a lower high here now. So long we have this downtrend inner structure and price close on this support level. So we see expect price to move to this next. We see expect price to move to this next level before we can look out for any possible selling opportunity on the dollar index. So long price close on this support level, price will move to next resistance level because we see have a downtrend structure. Then we can look out for selling opportunity on the pounds on the dollar index. So let's look at the daily chart of the dollar index. On my daily chart, you can see we still have price on this weekly support. So long we have price of weekly support, and also we also have price on this daily support also. So we might expect price to retest this level, then before we see further push to this next weekly resistance level. And if you can share from my daily chart, if we draw our trend line on the daily chart, so you see that we still have a downtrend structure on the DXY. So we see have a downtrend structure on the DXY. So long we have this downtrend structure, we are not expecting to sell. We are not expecting to buy yet. So we expect price to break out of this level, then before we start to look at a buying opportunity. So long we see have this downtrend structure. So we expect price to move to this next resistance. A break of this resistance, we expect price to move to this our trend line or a break this level. So for now, we see expect price to go down because of the weekly structure you see on a downtrend. So we expect price to reverse from this high to the down for the dollar index. So let's look at the next pair, which is the Euro USD. Euro USD on the weekly chart still have a inner structure uptrend. You can see that we have a lower low, higher low, higher low. Then we also have price break out of this major level, because this level is a major resistance. Price break out of this major resistance. So what we expect for the Euro USD this week, so long price close on this resistance level, we expect price to retest back to this zone. Price must retest back to this zone before we look at possible buying opportunity for the Euro USD. So we still expect price to come to this zone because of the anatomy of the candlestick now. Close on a resistance. So now price close on this resistance, we still expect price to retest back to this support level. So if price break this support level, we expect price to seek retest and push lower. But so long now we have price at this area and we have this lower low, higher low, higher low, higher low, we expect only price to retest this support zone before look at a buying opportunity for the Euro USD. So let's look at the daily chart of the Euro USD. So on the daily chart, the Euro USD still have a downtrend structure. So long we have this downtrend structure, we have a series of lower high. So long we have a series of lower high, you see expect price to move to this next weekly support level before we look at our buying opportunity for the Euro USD. So expect price to move to this support level on the Euro USD before looking for your buying opportunity. To get more trading tips and weekly forex analysis, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. So let's continue with our analysis. Let's go to our next pair, which is the Australia USD. Australia USD on the weekly chart currently break out of this lower high. And you can check from the Australia USD, you see have a downtrend structure, but price break out of this lower high, which signifies there's something fishy on Australia USD, and price is currently on a support level. So we see as price on this support level, and we see also have this level still standing. So I'm still thinking a safe region for us to sell the Australia USD, to buy the Australia USD will be this region, will be this level. Before we can look at for buying opportunity on Australia USD. So I'm still expecting price to move to this next level. So long we have this level, because this level is a strong area, this is the only level that is safe for us to look at for a buy opportunity for the Australia. So we expect price to move to this level, then we'll look at for buying opportunity for the Australia USD. So we should wait for price to move to this next support level, then look at for the buying opportunity for the Australia USD. So let's look at the daily chart of the Australia USD. So on my daily chart, you can see that we have a uptrend structure on Australia USD already. So long we have this uptrend structure, which is we have a lower low, higher low, higher low, higher low. So we expect price to break out of this level. So we expect price to break out of this level and retest. Then we'll look at for selling opportunity for the Australia to the downside. So wait for price to break for, then wait for the retest for us to sell the Australia to this weekly support level. So let's look at our next pair, which is the gold USD. Gold USD on my daily chart still have a gold USD on the weekly chart still have a uptrend structure. So long we still have this uptrend structure and price tested this support level, we expect price to take a demand from this level before we see a further push to the top. So what we expect for the gold now, we expect price to take this level, it takes back to this level, then we'll see look for buying opportunity on the gold to this next resistance level. So let's look at the daily chart of the gold USD. So on my daily chart now, we have a higher high, we have a lower high. You can see that price has break this level. So long price break this level now, and price we see up here as resistance. We cannot just look for buying opportunity. We must buy from where is support. So we see as this level as our support level. So on the daily chart now, we'll be waiting for price to come to this next support level for on the gold before we can look at for any possible buying opportunity for the gold, because the weekly chart is pointing uptrend there, movement for gold USD. So expect price to move to this next support level, also a weekly support and a daily support for us to look for buying opportunity for the gold to the top side.
Welcome back, traders. Are you a forex trader still struggling to make money in this market? ZFX Trading course is here to help you out. So click the link in the description below to purchase ZFX Trading course. If you find this weekly analysis helpful, like this video and subscribe to our channel. See you in my next video.